Hello everyone, welcome to another video on VCP 6.7 certification training. In this video we are going to see how to connect VCSA with Active Directory. In the previous video we installed a VCSA, we also added esxi host. You can refer to previous videos if you don't have this architecture. So let's get started. So all we need to do is to basically jump onto our server. So I'm just going to go to our Windows server from where we are connected to VCSA. This is I'm connected to the VCSA management console. All you need to do, go to the IP address of your VCSA. So in my case it is 220. I'm logged in with the administrator at vCPA.local, which is right here, and now we are going to connect this to Active Directory. Why do we need to connect to Active Directory? Because we need Active Directory users to have access to our VMware environment. So for example, your manager comes to you and they are saying that you need to add Mr. Mike, who is part of your Active Directory. So I'm going to open Active Directory. So I'm on server DC, which is the domain controller, and this is my Active Directory. And let's say here I have a user called Mike. So I'm going to create a new user called Mike, and I'm just going to provide the last name and Adam and provide a username Adam, and provide the password for the user, and we need to give access we need to give this user access to the VCSA environment. So in order to do this, we need to connect VCSA to Active Directory. So here I just created this user Adam, Mike Adam, and I need to so far this Active Directory users are not connected to a VCSA environment. So in order for Mike, this user, to have access to VCSA environment, we need to have first we need to connect Active Directory to this Active Directory to VCSA. So for that, first of all, you need to right click either on the VCSA. Actually, let me see if we can get it to administration from here. Okay, so not from here, we can go from the menu. From the menu you need to go to the administration, and from administration you need to go into so first of all we need to add Active Directory, connect Active Directory to VCSA. So I just clicked on admin. It's just taking few minutes. So this is where it takes us to Active Directory. This is the administration. So I went into the menu and clicked administration, and in order to add Active Directory you need to go down to configuration. So single sign-on and configuration, and within configuration, first of all you need to come to Active Directory domain. So here, go to Active Directory domain and join it to Active Directory domain. So we are going to join this VCSA with Active Directory domain. Here I just wanted to let you know that if you get error message in here, and here you need to provide your Active Directory domain name. So where do you get this domain name? You need to go here. This is your domain name. So go into Active Directory users and computer on your domain controller. You will find your domain name right here, and in here you need to type the domain name. So 360 cloud.local. So my domain name is, and make sure that the spelling is correct. If you want this VM to be joined to organizational unit, it's up to you. Otherwise you can just provide your administrator, your domain administrator user credentials. So this is Active Directory administrator, and also you need to provide the password for Active Directory administrator. So this is your domain name that you got from your domain controller, and the account that you're going to use is this administrator account. This administrator account, that is a domain admin account, and so I used administrator account and the password and join. Sometimes you do get an error message here because your VCSA won't be able to recognize this domain name. If it doesn't recognize the domain name, and if it gives you error message, then always go back to this console where you can go to your VCSA with IP address slash and this basic configuration console, and from here this console where you use your root username and password, you can go to networking. Within networking, make sure your DNS, it is pointing to your domain controller, your DNS, and the name of the VCSA is properly configured. You can refer to the previous video. I've explained that in the previous video as well. Going back to our configuration here, and basically I think it is right here. So where did it go? Okay, it is added. So basically that configuration wizard, when I clicked on add join, it is now joined to Active Directory. Reboot the node to apply the changes. It's saying that that your VCSA has joined the Active Directory successfully, but we need to reboot this node in order to continue using these permissions. So in order to reboot the node, what we can do is we can reboot the node right from here. I mean, I can reboot the node right from the esxi appliance. So I'm just going to go to, I am going to go to the VCSA appliance. So you can reboot the VCSA appliance in few ways. Either you can go to the same configuration right here and change to go back to host and cluster. You can go back to host and cluster, and from the host and cluster you can locate the VM that where the VCSA is. Our VCSA VM is on esxi host 1, and this is the VCSA VM. And if I click on the VM, it will give us the summary of this VM. You can go from here as well for the VCSA, and you can go to the actions and you can reboot the appliance right from here. You can do it right from here, reset from here, or you can restart the host from here as well, or you can also restart it from the basic configuration console, which is this console, and you can go to action and you can reboot. So I'm gonna reboot it right from here. So reboot the VCSA appliance, so it will connect, and we can see the progress right from here. That if I click on this link here, launch the web console to see the progress. So here actually I can just launch the web console. So it will reboot since we gave a reboot. Okay, so this is disconnected. When you see the screen, it is disconnected. Obviously the VCSA appliance is being rebooted. You won't be able to see anything in here because you're disconnected from VCSA, and the only way you could have seen the server rebooting is when from VCSA and VCSA is rebooting. This is why we are disconnected. Otherwise you can, you would have directly logged into esxi host and you can see the server rebooting, but you won't be able to log in now. So if I try to log in now, I will get an error message. Why? Because we locked the VCSA appliance. So remember that when we added the esxi host to VCSA, we locked the session. We locked esxi1 and esxi2. We won't be able to directly log into both, but we never locked the esxi3. esxi3 is 195. So while the VCSA appliance is rebooting, what I can do is I can try and connect to esxi3. So I won't be able to log into esxi1 because it is locked with VCSA. Actually you can see you can you can always unlock. So if VCSA is not available, you can always unlock from here. So let me first show you how to unlock the server. So in order to unlock the VCSA appliance, you can go to esxi host. In order to unlock the esxi access, which is locked down by VCSA, you can unlock that access of esxi host from here, directly going into DCUI, logging into esxi host, and going into troubleshooting. So you can go into troubleshooting option, and in here, once you go, actually it's not here, let me go back. The lockdown mode is this one. So configure lockdown mode, it is enabled for now. I can disable it and directly log into esxi host. Now I would only do that in case if VCSA doesn't come back and I'm not able to connect to VCSA, then I'll have to troubleshoot that by unlocking it and then connecting it and making sure that VCSA is working properly. So in this case, I'm just gonna go back and try to log into the basic configuration console with the port number, and remember that basic configuration port you can always log in with the root account. So here I'm just gonna click on log in. The VCSA seems is not available. I mean, it takes some time for VCSA to start, 5 to 10 minutes easily. What we can do is, in the meantime, we can try to unlock and connect directly to esxi host. So just to show you that how this can be done, so I'm just gonna unlock this once. Click enter. So click enter. So while you are on this, it's saying that you want to unlock so I'm gonna unlock this, press enter, and click OK. Now this is disabled, so it is unlocked. I'm gonna click escape. From the keyboard, it goes back to the screen. Now I should be able to directly log into this, but before directly logging in, let me try again one more time. I'm not able to log in because VCSA appliance is starting up. I am going back to esxi host with IP address and click login. Remember that we were not able to log in previously, so let's see if I can. I'm still not able to log in, and going back to esxi host, let's check that again. So going to management, in DCUI, lockdown mode is disabled, so we should be able to log in unless this machine needs to be rebooted after lockdown mode. But if it would have required a reboot, then it would give us a message that it needs to be rebooted. Probably it doesn't need a reboot, so I'm just gonna go back to the Windows server. Okay, so let's see if VCSA would have been back, and let me just refresh the screen. So going to our esxi host, it is okay. So I just need to refresh this page and connect to the page again one more time, and probably that is why I was not able to log in. So in here, use your root account to log into esxi host. So the password, and click enter. Okay, so now I am able to log in, which is not recommended because this esxi host is managed by VCSA. But why we came here, we just wanted to make sure that our VCSA was started properly, because we rebooted it, and let's see that if it is restarted properly. So here I can see the play sign with the VCSA appliance, and it is running now, so we should be able to log in. There should be no reason why this VCSA, so we can see the VCSA right here. Let me see this console. So once you click on this, and if you see this console, this is a login screen, but you can change it to the main console by just clicking Alt F2. So here press Alt F2. So just click inside the screen and press Alt F2, will take you to this screen, and Alt F1 take you to the command line. So this is working fine. Now let me go here and connect to VCSA. So VCSA, and I'm just gonna refresh the screen one time. I can also log in to the management console by going into administrator. Let's see that if we can log in right from here. So this was so once we are connected to VCSA, in VCSA, so in this video we have seen that how to connect the VCSA with ESXi with VCSA with Active Directory. So now since you are connected to VCSA with Active Directory, we can set up permissions for different users in Active Directory to use to VCSA services. So so in the next video I'm going to show you how to set up the permissions. Thank you for watching this video.